What have you liked about him so far this season, and what do you expect from him today?
Yeah, you know, Calder's one of those pitchers. Of course, he's left-handed, which gives him a little bit of an advantage, right? So I'm a little biased to those lefties. But, no, he's just one of those guys that repeats really well. You know, he's not going to have a blow-it-away fastball. You know, a lot of scouts will say, gosh, he's only 88 to 91, but watch the command. That's what is so.
75 degrees here in Waco, Texas. Calder. Outside, ball one.
Yeah, Dante Lewis having a great start to the season. Might be one of the best all-around athletes in this Kansas State lineup.
Quickly burning. What would you call it a throwing error, Pat? You be the judge.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, it looked like Little should have come up with it. It was a ball that was heading towards the dirt. I don't know if it quite reached it. Reebok with a low throw from third base. That's going to be a free bag for the Wildcats, but you know, we'll take a look at it. It did.
Followed by Enzo Apodaca, who had a day earlier in the week against Texas State. Went yard, among other things. 5 home runs on the year. 21 RBIs for Apodaca. He leads the team in both. It is a revamped Baylor lineup, mostly because of health, really, this year.
Does have some of that, they call it sneaky pop, although it's not so sneaky anymore with Apodaca.
Already 5 home runs on the season. Frost skips it over the plate. Brings up Wesley Jordan. The explosive hitter from Highland Village, Texas, with a runner on first base.
It is a perfect night. Supposed to have this throughout the weekend, but man, what a weekend for baseball.
What a weekend for Baylor so far. Men's team wins today on the basketball side in the tournament. The ladies win in the game following here at home. Second round still going on. Excuse me, second game in the first round for the women still going on right now over at Foster Pavilion. But just a beautiful week to be down here in Central Texas in Waco.
How tough it was to be away, but playing with a chip on his shoulder this season, that ball is just foul. Scorched down the left field line.
And there is big-bodied Hunter Simmons back to the plate. Mitch Thompson spoke about him a few years ago when he came to campus with Thompson, and he just talked about how excited he was about
on the pitching staff. You know, when you pitched in Dodger Stadium, for example, you felt like you were on top of a mountain. It felt like you were coming straight down. And then you go to Chicago at Wrigley Field, it felt like it was flat as could be. So it was. I think they just varied the mounds and the slopes depending on the type. Throw to second base, one hopper to Sanders, but late on the tag, and Vasco with the leadoff double.
In K-State's 13 wins this season, the Wildcats hitting .335 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, no doubt. You've got a situation here where, you know, K-State's wanting to get that first run on the board. You know, if Lotus was able to put a good bunt down and advance the runner from first to second, if it's good enough on the infield to advance a Vasco, then that's a pretty good situation. Running the board with a runner at second base, but that time not showing bunt.
Counts even at 1-1.
Lotus, he's fought off a couple of good pitches from Calder. Calder tried to come hard in, then went up and in. Now last couple of breaking balls that were really good pitches down in the zone.
Lotus. Oh, throwing right off of the base is Kemp by unfortunate mistake made by Little, rather. So 1 run scores. Left field line. Gone. Fourth home run of the season for Madliak. Not much doubt about that.
Yeah,
one.
he got all that. That ball was scorched, and Yeah, just a fastball up out over the plate. He was sitting all over it, and he did not miss it. Put the barrel on it. And the big comeback from Ethan Calder. Got down to the count in a way and able to spot that fastball up on the inside corner. Blake Felix, the home plate umpire tonight, sees that Court Castle gets the thumb underneath that pitch, and nice job of framing it up for his left-handed starter.
Brings up Lewis for his second at bat.
78% of the time, if you win the free base battle, you win the game. Well, this season, that number is 85%. So when Baylor has won the free base battle, they'll win 85% of the games. Right now, Kansas State is winning the free base battle.
Yeah, an uncharacteristic start. We just saw a walk and 2 errors so far. That one hit.
Can play different positions as well.
Yeah, Max Calderon, sports information for Baylor baseball, was skipping down here to tell us. 3:23 on the season. 1 down here in the bottom of the second. The sophomore Sanders from just up the road here in Copperas Cove, Texas. Home of Baylor Heisman Trophy.
On that pitch that he kind of slides across the plate.
Here is Frost. Fastball right down the heart of Main Street for a strike. The big fella about to turn 25 on May 14th. Fouled high, out of play.
Yeah, Frost run that fastball to 92 up in the zone. Johnson just able to get his hands above the baseball to get to it. Nice little cordial chest bump at first base.
I love it. Frost will check again on Johnson, who has 5 stolen in order.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
for
right.
the wedding and the marriage.
Well, I think he made her wait a year. Have to make sure this thing's going to work before I put a tattoo on, right? And I love that guy. He's such a great coach, good guy. You know, K-State, it's one of those teams got things started for the Cats.
Meantime, looks like Calder has located his junk.
Yep, he has got the breaking ball working. The changeup looks good against the lefties, but that curveball has a tight rotation on it. Really hard to pick up off his hand. O'Connor way out in front. Trying to catch that backdoor breaking ball and just missed.
Tacked on for Kansas State, 5-0. Bears due up.
Now is they're winning, and the culture's great. You know, you talk to this team, gets underneath that pitch.
And Enzo Apodaca, who walked in his first plate appearance, hitting .316 on the season with 5 home runs and 21 RBIs. The home runs and RBIs lead the ball club. What does that tell you about a guy when he gets on base?
Yeah, just
38, 40 games in a row.
It's hard to do. That's a really tough thing to do. You know, it's a guy that obviously can take his walks when he gets them. You know, pretty disciplined at the plate. But also, I mean, the way he swings the bat, especially with power, that's really difficult for a power hitter to do.
Yeah, well, a powerful swing, but not the result that Wes Jordan wanted.
I know.
Top of the fourth inning at the ballpark. Kansas State looking for win number 14 on the season and looking to stay undefeated in the Big 12. You see the numbers right there. 36 team home runs, ranks tied for 16th in Division I, and that's an illustration of what they're doing at the dish, Pat. Calder transitioning from a walk-on who was fighting for his roster life after injuring his hand just a few years ago coming to Baylor, and now has found himself as a Friday night starter for a team that has won 15 games so far and has played very well this season, right now at the top of the Big 12. In a way, swings and misses.
If he hasn't had a lot of high-stress type pitches, so.
Series. You can catch them all right here on ESPN+. Struck out looking. Second time tonight. Long walk for Reebok. Frost continues to roll.
I don't think Reebok was looking for that fastball, and 0-2 count. Frost comes right down the middle with it. Just challenges Reebok, and not trying to paint corners with that pitch. Hits that ball, pushed by the pitcher. It's a base hit. Great job by Frost to field his position and backhand that bunt attempt. Get the easy out at first.
So a runner in scoring position for the Bears with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Ty Johnson is your batter. Hitting to a fielder's choice. Popped it up. Frost doesn't have to do. Low for a ball.
Well, Kennedy should get a good pitch to hit here, 3-1. You start to think about, who's coming up behind him. You've got Dardar, then you got to face Maximus Martin. Second in the Big 12 in home run.
Second out of the inning. Runner stays at first.
Yeah, it's a tough sky right now. It's when the sun is setting and it's not quite dark enough. And I saw Johnson kind of stutter step before he picked that ball up in the air.
So 1 down, and the runner on first is Kennedy.
You like the lefty-lefty matchup, but it has not gone in the favor of Calder against the Vasco tonight.
A 68 offering coming up. What's impressed you the most about Frost tonight?
Yeah, just mixing his pitches up.
One here. And that opportunity is missed, and so was that pitch. Another strikeout for Frost, 5th of the day.
Yeah, good velocity on the fastball, still at 91 miles an hour. A little bit elevated, gets it over the hands of Tyreek Kemp. Well spotted fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Sooner or later, even if it doesn't seem like it sometimes. Runners at second and third. Apodaca takes a ball, and the first threat of the game in reality for Baylor is underway.
Well, you think about as Pete Hughes makes his way out to the mound, you think about some players when they have a bad call against them, you watch their head slump, their shoulders slump, and they just kind of take themselves out of the game. He's hit balls in batting practice over the scoreboard about as far as Wesley Jordan has.
6'1", 186, with some pop in his bat and a keen eye.
The guy starts that fastball anywhere towards the middle of the plate. It's going to end up off the plate on the hands of these right-handed hitters for Baylor. You see a number of balls that struck off the bat into their bottom foot.
Kennedy check swing.
That was a good thing he got a piece of that. That looked like it'd be a strike. fastball.
1-1 pitch. Tyreek Kemp slaps it to first base. Dardar makes it look easy. 1 down.
I think Kemp thought that was going foul. He carried his bat all the way down to first base with him and did not think it was going to stay in fair territory, but it'll be an easy first out for Dardar and the Cats. You know, he had to replace Culpepper. You had to place guys like Braden Day, Brennan Jones. A couple big arms as well. Tyson Neighbors, who was a 4th-round pick. He was the closer last season for the Wildcats.
Well, what do you make of their extremely hot start? I mean, so far in the Big 12. You have that